go to Albany, New York, where Jane awaits. Jane, you're on the Ken Coleman Show.
Hi, it's great to talk to you. Thank you.
Good to talk to you, Jane. What's up?
Thanks. I had the COVID in January, and since then I've had cognitive issues, making mistakes, forgetting things. And I made a mistake at work, and I'm waiting on a second discipline. The first discipline, what happened was they said that I left a safe open and unlocked. I'm supposed to lock it at night. They said that I left it unlocked, which I don't remember, and there was about $900 in there. And it's inside a locked room, so it wasn't accessible to everybody. But I made this mistake, and they did an investigational first with HR as a discipline. I work for government. And I'm having such a hard time it's been 2 weeks. I'm trying to get through. I'm trying to concentrate on my work. And I don't know what to do.
Yeah, it's hard. It's like me telling my kid, when Dad gets home, you're getting a whooping and you're just waiting on it. It's awful, right?
Exactly.
Of course, I should stipulate I don't tell my kids that, but that sounded like my life. That actually came out of the page of young Ken's life, Joe. You know, I could hear my dad now going, "You did that to your brother? All right, well, when you get home, it was that's the old days." Nobody does that anymore. But anyway, by the way, just a point of information. My dad would make me go out and get a switch off the tree. You had to go get it off the tree. And that was the thing you knew you were going to get a couple smacks with. It was awful. So waiting on that punishment is killing you. I get it. It's awful.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Let me ask you this. Was the $900 gone?
No.
So
it's inside a locked room and it wasn't touched. It's inside that locked room.
All right, so the good news is the money didn't disappear.
It's locked up.
Yeah, so that's nice. The money didn't disappear, so therefore they don't think you're dishonest. This was like you don't even remember. You don't even remember anything about it, so we don't need to unpack that.
Right.
This is not great leadership. They've done an investigation on this, and I guess it ended 2 weeks ago, and they still haven't told you?
Right.
Have you any sense of what type of reprimand you're going to get?
Well, based on our union contract, they're supposed to give me a written first, but they could push it all the way to termination.
Based on this thing?
Yeah. It could go any of 5 disciplinary levels between counseling up to termination.
All right, so what's your question for me? I'm up to speed. What can I specifically help you with?
What do I do do I fight back? Do I?
No. Well, I think there's 2 things. Have you talked with HR recently about this since the investigation has come to a conclusion?
I haven't wanted to say anything because I'm worried that I'm going to push them into doing something that I don't want them to do.
Okay, great. So here's the deal. When they come back to you, if they were to terminate you, let's just do worst case scenario. If they were to terminate you, I would want to get everything in writing. And I would ask them to verify, in fact, that the money was not stolen, the money was not gone. See, that's really important. I think it's one thing to leave a safe open in a locked room where $900 was and to get reprimanded or fired for that versus the $900 disappeared. See, one speaks to as simple as, and I'm speaking of me, not you, okay? That's the kind of thing I would do because my mind's in the clouds all the time. It's a normal thing for me. I don't ever know where my own dadgum keys are. Am I right, Joe? I mean, how many times, Joe, you've worked with me the longest, have I left my keys on your desk talking to you? I walk around the office for an hour, here, looking for my keys with my fob, and Joe's like, you left your keys on my desk. So, listen, if anybody understands you, Jane, it's me. All right?
Good.
But there's a big difference between you leaving a safe open in a locked room and that being the thing that they fire you over or reprimand you over versus the money being gone on top of that. So now people start to question your honesty versus I was distracted. So I would get it in writing that the money was not lost, the money was not stolen, it was all there. And I think you move on. I don't think somebody's going to not hire you over something like this. I also am believing they're not going to fire you because I feel like they would have done that 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
Now, I don't know. Listen, if there's anything I will never understand, it's how government operates.
Yeah, me too. And I've been with government for 15 years.
So here's the deal. If for some reason they terminate you, you go get a doctor's note that you had COVID, that you had some cognitive stuff, go get that for your file. Get a written letter from them that this is why you were terminated. They got all these government reasons. Get it all in writing, and you got that. And then it just shows that you, at best, were airheaded. I don't think that's the case. At least, you had a senior moment or a COVID moment. Let's blame it on COVID. Everybody else blames stuff on COVID. Why don't you? I just don't think it's gonna stain you.
Okay. It's my worst fear because I'm halfway to my retirement.
Yeah, but listen, have you had any other issues with this government agency?
They like to create little ones. Yeah.
So you've had other issues with this current boss and this current agency?
Just little things like they have to redo my spreadsheets because they don't like the way I wrote something, or I have a master's degree. I'm not dumb. I know. Right?
So here's the deal. I want you to throw your shoulders back for a second, Jane, right here on the phone. I want you to sit up wherever you are. I want you to sit up tall. I want you to throw your shoulders back. Okay. And I want you to say, I have a master's degree. I am a good person, and I have something to contribute. I want you to just say that.
Okay.
Say it.
I am a good person, and I have something to contribute.
Yeah.
And I have a master's degree.
Yeah. I think you kind of need to remind yourself, because here's the deal. The way they're handling this is awful. This is pathetic leadership. Mm-hmm. I would love to turn the tables on these scoundrels and make them stew for 2 weeks over some disciplinary thing. Let them see how that feels.
Right.
Makes me angry, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
I got some righteous anger right now. Leaders, stop treating people like they are machines.
Mm-hmm.
Jane's got feelings. 2 weeks over an unlocked safe in a locked room in the night. Let me tell you what I would do. Jane, I'm going to put you on hold, and I'm going to preach for the rest of this minute before I go to break. Is that all right?
Yeah, sure.
You got this, Jane. Listen, there's no stopping you. You do it exactly what I told you to do if they terminate you, and you're going to be fine. You use relationships. Hey, let's make sure she gets a copy of the proximity principle as well. That's a gift from me to you, Jane, because those relationships will get you anywhere you need to go. Now, listen, leaders, when you got to discipline somebody, do you realize that the sooner that you can do it, the better? And be clear with them. Say, hey, Jane, you left the safe open and $900 are in there. Now, the good news is I can understand how that could happen. Your mind was somewhere else. If this COVID thing actually is affecting your cognitive abilities, I get it. The $900 wasn't stolen. It was in a locked room. Hey, what can I do to help you? This can't happen again, but let's be okay. Hey, how about that, leader? 2 weeks to stew over discipline over that. Shame on you. You're an awful leader.